안녕하세요. Okay, I actually, guys, haven't talked to you in a sec. There's a really cool car in front of me, so I just hope there's nobody in that car because I'm about to. I'm actually really happy today. It was my day off, but I had to work till 4 p.m. Bitch. I was supposed to work till 2 p.m., but that's alright. That's okay. I actually curled my hair a little, just the ends. And I feel like my face looks fat as fuck because I haven't been in the gym. I've actually been eating dairy and wheat and all the things I shouldn't be eating. I ate a donut and a half today, so yeah. But in my mind, I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna go do legs, so this is gonna go for the gains, right? This is gonna go to the glutes, right? Today's arm day, so. Anyway, I'm just feeling a little off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been feeling like I'm gonna get sick, but then I'm not gonna get sick, but then I am. So it's like I'm all confuzzled. And then I don't feel the prettiest because I got like acne on my face. My phone's about to fall. I don't understand. It used to stay. It's going on. And then I logged into TikTok. I hadn't been on TikTok for a while. Johnny and Evan, like they're over? Like what's going on? Johnny and Evan, like I was really rooting for them, but like from what I'm hearing, the fuck, Johnny? You didn't want her to be your girlfriend? It seems like she caught feelings. And when all of this was going on, I was feeling bad for Evan, because I'm like, this girl, like if I was in her position, it'd be really hard for me not to like fall in my feelings, in my motherfucking face with this dude, because they were traveling, they were streaming, and all the comments were like, hey, you guys are such a cute couple, clock it and stuff like that. And like they acted like if they were secretly dating and whatnot. And then they even went like on a date, and I assumed that when they went on the date, the reason they didn't go on a real second date was because they talked about like, you know, and I'm pretty sure Johnny probably brought it up and like, yeah, but like right now I don't want a girlfriend, you know, like I'm just focusing on like streaming or whatever. And that's cool, that's respectful, but the fact that when she's talking to her ex or anything like that, he gets offended. And for the longest time, I'm not trying to get here or talk about other people's motherfucking problems because I got my own life to talk about. But it seemed like especially with Arky, if he did like her, right, from the jump, why didn't he ask her to be, why weren't they dating? Like, I get it's online or whatever, but they could have been already dating off camera and just like not said it publicly, but because they were very touchy and in camera or whatever. But he didn't like in Streamer University that Arky was kind of being friendly with Eve. And the reason that I thought in the beginning, before this other stuff happened, is because everybody was shipping Johnny and Eve, and Johnny was getting a lot of clout from it. And I think he thought, you know what, they're gonna be shipping Eve with Arky, and then they're gonna kind of forget about me. And I guess he did. He was into Eve at this point, but I felt like he told Eve, hey, like I don't really like that you're hanging out with Arky, or Archie or whatever, and then a couple other guys, because the fans liked Eve talking to a lot of guys, and they'll make such good stream. Like Arky and Eve, I feel like their stream would have been really cool, really like fun to watch. And Eve with like a stream with Nick. But I feel like Johnny kind of held her back in that sense, where she didn't want to break Johnny's feelings. But then cut forward to now, talking about he didn't want her to be his girlfriend. They always agreed to not date. Then why did you get offended? Like, why were you hurt? Makes sense. And that's something that I'm like, oh, like a man, if a man's not gonna make you his girlfriend, don't let him stop you from finding your husband. Oh, I don't want to break his feelings, blah, blah, blah. Break the motherfucking feelings. Because a guy won't think twice about breaking yours. So I feel like this is what happened. Eve is heartbroken right now. Johnny, in his mindset, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna date this girl, like I already told her, so we're set, we're straight. But they were being flirty, they were saying flirty stuff, so Eve's like, maybe he changed his mind. They were on the same page. From what I've seen, I haven't seen too many videos about it, but that's the kind of understanding I got, and I was already like pissed off. I'm like, okay, so there was no motherfucking communication on Johnny's side or Eve's side. And if there was, like, why was Johnny butthurt that I think she was maybe talking to her ex, or someone asked about Eve and he didn't like that. Why didn't you didn't put a ring on it? She's not even your girl. You guys just make content together, and I feel like he just didn't want someone to steal Eve from him to make content. Someone, you know, because everybody really likes Eve and Johnny making content, and they really like good together. But I feel like that's why they didn't want to say, oh, we're just gonna be friends, guys, because I feel like people are gonna stop shipping them, and then they were gonna start shipping Johnny with someone else and then Eve with someone else. He didn't want that. He wanted them, the audience, the fans, to keep shipping them two only. So that's where I'm like, ugh. Like, Eve, you should have stepped in for yourself and been like, hey, if you're not gonna date me and we're not gonna date, I feel like we should start making collabs with other people and tell our fans, like, hey guys, like, I really appreciate you guys' support, but we've agreed that we're not gonna date. We're not in the place of dating right now, anybody. So please, like, don't hate on him when he makes content with other girls, or don't hate on me. But they never did that, because I feel like, especially Johnny, like I said, I like Johnny, but I feel like this was Johnny. Like, he didn't really say nothing to Eve. Like, they weren't on the same page about it. He was on the page of, yeah, we're not gonna date, but not Eve. And I feel like he didn't want to bring it up because he didn't want to fuck up the relationship of them streaming. And I mean no harm saying this, but yeah, that's my intake. Anyway, I'm really, really, really happy. 안녕하세요. I've been watching a show called Between Dynasties, Entre Dinastias, and it's really motherfucking good because it has a really good motherfucking Korean actor. He's so cute. But that's why I'm watching him. That's why I'm watching the whole damn series. It's 16 episodes, which I usually watch episodes no more than 10. But for you, baby, I'm gonna make an exception. So yeah, I've been watching shows up to like 16, 20 20 episodes. Yeah, I'm trying not to get like too addicted to it. I only watch 1 to 2 shows a day, maybe 3 if I'm really like sleeping really late. But yeah, because they're like an hour each. That's a lot of hours. Anyway, trying to watch the good 85 and 67. The good shows, like the old K-dramas, because turns out I started motherfucking late. Like, I knew there was older K-dramas, but I didn't think they were gonna be as good as now. They're good. Like, I watched Boys Over Flowers finally. A lot of people, I didn't know that was like a big thing. I always watch the trailer, I'm like, okay, they're doing too much. They're doing too much. But someone recommended it, so I'm like, maybe it's not what it seems, because every time I read the description, it just doesn't sound interesting to me. So if someone recommends it, I'll watch it. So I saw this girl talking about, you need to start from the old ones. So it was like 2009 when this series came out. So I'm like, okay, girl, you recommending it? You seem like to know what you're talking about. So I watched it. Girl, was it good? I fell in love with the main character, the guy. He's so motherfucking cute. And he was in El Rey. I watched that one, El Rey, the king, where he was in it. He's just so cute. At first when I saw him, I'm like, he's not that cute. But then when you see he's like acting and like the way he acts, like, Oppa! Okay, let me not do too much. But yeah, I really don't want to go to the gym, guys. I need to listen to music. I've been listening to El Alfa again. I told myself I wasn't going to listen to him for a while, but I've been listening to El Alfa, El Jefe. No, mi nombre es El Alfa, mi apellido no conversa. Este se prende que sexy me prende. Este se prende. And I took a Celsius like 2 hours ago. So I'm really, really fucking hyped. Anyway, I think it's a Camaro. Yeah, I think it's a Camaro. And it's in front of me. It's orange. It looks super good. Like, hey, what's your number? What's your name? Anyway, like I said, I'm really hyped. I'm really hyper right now. I was talking to my mama. I want to see them because I want them to know that I appreciate them and I love them. But yeah. What else should I say? I think I'm just not feeling the prettiest because I haven't been at the gym. I haven't been eating healthy, and I have to take a dump, and it seems like there's guys at the gym right now, and I'm just a little scared. And I'm just really hyper to the point where I'm jittery and I'm nervous and I'm like, and then I have to go take a dump. So thank you guys, and yeah.